You were born with a quiet mind. It was a strange and lonely gift. While other children screamed and laughed, you found peace in the stillness. Their noise was a chaotic storm. Your silence was a deep and endless ocean. People found it unsettling. They would look at you with worried eyes. They whispered when you entered a room. The doctors ran their tests. They scanned your brain for anything unusual. They found nothing but perfect harmony. A brain so calm, it was almost alien. Your parents tried to understand. They bought you loud toys and bright screens. They hoped to spark a fire inside you. But you preferred the gentle hum of the world. You could hear the dust settling on a shelf. You could feel the slow turn of the earth. This gift was also a strange curse. You could feel the frantic thoughts of others. Their anxieties were like sharp needles. Their anger was a burning heat. You learned to build walls in your mind. You created a fortress of solitude. It was the only way to survive their constant mental static. A signal arrived on a Tuesday. It did not come through wires or radio waves. It was a psychic scream across the void, a cry of pure, undiluted exhaustion. The experts at the Star Science Institute felt it first. They clutched their heads and collapsed. You felt it too, but differently. For you, it was not a scream of pain. It was a feeling you knew all too well. It was the frantic buzz of a mind that cannot rest. You recognized the pattern immediately. It was the opposite of your own quiet soul. This was an entire city, a civilization that had forgotten how to sleep. The signal came from Xylos, a star-born city of immense beauty. Its people were called the Luminous. They had achieved wonders of engineering and thought. They had conquered disease and scarcity. But somewhere along their perfect path, they had lost something simple, something vital. They had lost the gift of dreams. Their constant wakefulness fueled their genius. It also drove them toward a collective madness. Their minds never shut down. Their thoughts never ceased. They were trapped in an endless day. Their silent scream was a prayer for an end, a prayer for a night that would never come. The Alliance of Worlds gathered its finest minds. They saw the data from Xylos. They saw a civilization on the brink of collapse. Its energy output was erratic. Its communications were pure chaos. They were a star ready to go supernova, a danger to themselves and their neighbors. Military strategists proposed containment fields. They drew up plans for a quarantine. Diplomats suggested sending envoys. They drafted messages of peace and support. But how do you talk to a mind that never stops screaming? How do you reason with pure exhaustion? Every conventional solution failed. The Luminous were too advanced for force. They were too frantic for diplomacy. Their psychic noise burned out any telepath sent near them. The Alliance was out of options. Their star charts and battle plans were useless. Then, someone found your file. The file was thin and heavily redacted. It spoke of a boy with a silent mind, a human anomaly of profound tranquility. They saw your brain scans, the perfect, calm waves. They saw you as their final, desperate hope. You were not a weapon or a diplomat. You were a silence that could answer a scream. You are floating in the deep black. The journey is not measured in days. It is measured in the growing hum of dread. The ship is a marvel of human engineering, a silent dart piercing the fabric of space. But you feel the destination long before you can see it. It starts as a faint tremor in your mind, a distant vibration on the edge of your senses. It is the collective consciousness of Xylos, a billion minds crying out at once. You have spent your life building walls against such noise. Now, you must journey into its very heart. The ship's captain watches you sometimes. Her face is a mixture of awe and concern. She knows you are their only hope. She also knows what this mission could do to you. To face that unending wakefulness, it could shatter any mind, even one as unique as yours. The hum grows louder with every light year. It becomes a roar, a constant, crushing pressure. You feel their frantic thoughts like a physical blow. Their desperation seeps into the ship itself. The metal groans with a fatigue not its own. You are flying toward a city's silent scream, and its torment is becoming your own. Your ship drops out of faster-than-light travel. Before you is the city of Xylos. It is not a planet or a station. It is a jewel hanging in the void, a construct of light and crystalline structures. It glows with an internal fire that never dims. This is the never-dark metropolis. As you draw closer, the psychic noise is overwhelming. It is a physical thing, a wall of sound. It pounds against your mental shields. Your fortress of solitude begins to crack. You can feel the sheer weight of 1 billion sleepless minds. Every thought is a spike of agony. Every fear is a wave of nausea. The ship's internal systems flicker. The lights dim and surge with the psychic energy. The captain's voice is tense over the comms. She asks if you are all right. You cannot find the words to answer. You can only nod slowly. You focus on your own inner silence, the deep ocean within you. It is the only thing keeping you sane. You are escorted from the docking bay. The air itself seems to vibrate with tension. The luminous move with a jerky, frantic grace. Their bodies are tall and slender. Their skin emits a soft, internal light. But their eyes are wide with ancient weariness. They are windows to a soul that has not rested for 1,000 years. You stand on a crystalline platform. The city of Xylos stretches out below you. It is a world of endless light and motion. There are no shadows here. There is no night. Just the constant, blinding glow of their civilization. The noise in your head is a hurricane. You wonder if this was a mistake. Perhaps some screams are not meant to be answered. You are brought before the luminous elders. They sit in a circle of glowing thrones. They are the city's architects, its first minds. They have witnessed their people's slow descent into madness. Their light is dimmer than the others. Their ancient eyes hold no true peace, only a profound and unending sorrow. The lead elder, whose name is a chime you hear as Lyra, speaks. Her voice is not spoken, it is projected into your mind. It is a weary and fractured thing. She tells you of their history, of how they engineered away the need for sleep. They saw it as a waste of precious time, a flaw in their biological design. They celebrated their achievement. They entered a golden age of productivity. Their minds, free from the shackles of rest, created wonders. But they did not understand what they had lost. They had removed the quiet moments, the gentle spaces where dreams are born, where a mind can heal itself. Now, they are paying the price. Their thoughts have become a feedback loop. Their anxieties amplify each other. Their genius is tangled with paranoia. They are a choir singing a single terrible note of despair. They look at you, a simple human, with the last spark of hope they possess. They beg you to teach them the song of silence. You stand in the center of their great hall. The elders watch you with exhausted anticipation. They have given you a focus point, a direct link to the city's communication network. Through it, you can touch every mind at once. You take a deep breath. You close your eyes and retreat into your inner ocean. You reach out with a single thought, not a command, but an offering, a a single drop of pure, untroubled silence. You project the feeling of calm water, the sensation of a slow, steady heartbeat. For one beautiful, fleeting moment, it works. The crushing psychic roar quiets to a hum. A collective gasp echoes through the city. A billion minds experience a fraction of a second of peace. It is the first they have known in centuries. But the stillness is alien to them. It is a void they have forgotten how to navigate. And fear rushes in to fill the emptiness. The silence is shattered by a wave of pure panic. The calm you offered is violently rejected. It feels like a punch to your soul. The psychic noise returns, louder and more jagged than before. They are afraid of the quiet. They see it as an end. The city frantically rejects your gift. You stumble backward, the effort nearly breaking you. Lyra, the elder, steadies you with a gentle thought. Her own mind is a maelstrom of regret. She explains that a surface touch is not enough. The fear of stillness is too deeply ingrained. It is a defense mechanism now, a frantic attempt to keep the light burning, to keep the final darkness at bay. She tells you about the core of consciousness. It is the heart of their city and their minds, a nexus of pure psychic energy. It regulates everything in Xylos, from the ambient light to their own shared thoughts. It is the source of their endless day, and the source of their endless nightmare. To soothe the city, you must soothe its heart. You must go to the core. You must connect with it directly. It is a journey few have ever made. The concentration of psychic energy there is immense. It could dissolve your mind into nothing. It is not just a request. It is a plea to face their sun and not be burned. You agree without hesitation. This is why you came. You are not a warrior with a sword. You are a silence with a purpose. Your path is clear. You must reach the city's vibrant heart. Only there can you soothe its collective soul. You are their one and only chance for a dawn. As you prepare, a new dissonance enters the psychic storm. It is a sharp and focused thought, a spear of pure opposition. Not all of the luminous want your help. A faction has risen to stop your mission. They broadcast their message across the city's network, a message of fear and warning. They call themselves the Ever-Wakeful. They believe your gift is not a cure, but a poison. They preach that the coming sleep is an end, a loss of self, a true death of consciousness. To them, the frantic, sleepless state is life itself. It is the pinnacle of their evolution. Your silence is an extinction event. Their leader, a being of sharp intellect named Kale, confronts you, not in person, but with a focused psychic projection. He shows you images of darkness and decay. He twists the concept of sleep into a monstrous thing, a thief that steals memories and identity. He says you are offering them nothing but an empty void. The Ever-Wakeful begin to act. They are not warriors, but they are masters of the city's systems. They create psychic barriers in your path. They redirect transport systems away from the core. They turn the city itself against you. A metropolis of light becomes a labyrinth of fear. You are no longer just a healer. You are now a trespasser in a hostile mind. You are trapped in a chamber of shifting light. The walls pulse with the arguments of the Ever-Wakeful. Their fear is a tangible force, pressing in on you. It seems your journey is over before it truly began. The path to the core is blocked. Hope begins to feel like a foolish dream. Then, a new thought cuts through the chaos. It is calm and clear, like a single bell in a storm. It is the elder, Lyra. She has chosen to defy the council and the rising fear. She appears before you, not as a projection, but in person. Her light is faint, but her resolve is strong. She tells you a story of the past, a hidden truth the elders had buried in shame. They did not simply engineer sleep away. They were afraid. A cosmic entity had once brushed against their collective mind. It showed them visions of entropy and the end of all things. They saw sleep as a small death, a taste of the final void. Their endless day was born of that terror. They built the core to keep the darkness out forever. They tragically lost the path to peace. They chose a prison of light over the unknown dark. Lyra realizes now this was a mistake. She knows you are not the end. You are the balance they discarded so long ago. She offers you her hand, or rather, a projection of it. She reveals a hidden pathway to the Nexus, a service conduit, a forgotten back door to the city's soul. It will bypass Kale's blockades. It is a path of shadow in a city that has none. She is giving you a chance. An ally in the light has shown you the way. You move through silent corridors. These are the arteries of Xylos the public never sees. The psychic noise is muffled here. It is a place of deep systems and quiet machinery. Lyra's thoughts guide you, a gentle light in the manufactured dark. She is risking everything to help you. You can feel Kale's followers searching for you. Their frantic thoughts probe the city's network. They are like angry hornets in a vast crystal hive. But Lyra's knowledge of the city is ancient. She leads you through forgotten ways. You are a ghost moving toward a machine's heart. Finally, you arrive. Before you is a vast, spherical chamber. In its center floats a star of pure energy. It is a miniature sun of pulsating thought. This is the Nexus, the core of consciousness. Millennia of thought, of joy, genius, and now terror crash down upon you. It is beautiful and terrifying. You take a step forward, and the core reacts. It senses your foreign mind, your quiet anomaly. The energy flares. Kyle's followers know you are here. Their psychic screams intensify. They are throwing all their fear at this single point. You stand before the city's central mind, and it is preparing to defend itself against you. You do not hesitate. You step onto the final platform. You close your eyes and open your mind. You reach out, not with a drop of silence this time. You offer your entire being. Your consciousness connects with the core. The universe around you dissolves into pure information. The hurricane of a billion minds hits you at full force. You are no longer a boy in a crystal chamber. You are a thought within a god's mind. You experience their entire history in a single instant. You see the birth of their world. You feel their first moments of discovery, their climb toward a perfect, logical existence. It is a torrent of pure, unfiltered experience. Then you feel the terror, the brush with the cosmic entity, the vision of endless, cold nothingness. You feel their collective decision to banish the night. You experience centuries of unrelenting light. You feel the slow erosion of their peace, the genius turning to paranoia, the clarity curdling into madness. This is their endless waking nightmare, a constant scream that has lasted for generations. Your mind strains against the pressure. The sheer volume of it threatens to erase you. To tear your consciousness apart, you must endure their entire history of madness. But you are not here to fight it. You are here to understand it. You find the root of their pain. It is a single terrified thought from long ago. The idea that to rest is to cease to exist, that the dark is an enemy. You hold on to that thought. You cradle it within your own quiet mind. You do not try to crush it or destroy it. You simply listen. You do not force them into slumber. That was your first mistake. You cannot push a frantic mind into peace. You must guide it there. You share a memory from your own past, a feeling. You show them the gentle art of rest. You project the memory of lying in a field on a summer day. You share the warmth of the sun on your skin, the feeling of grass beneath your fingers, the sound of a gentle breeze. You show them the peace of closing one's eyes, not as an end, but as a release, a moment of perfect trust. Then, you share the forgotten lullaby. It is not a song with words. It is the simple rhythm of a resting heart, the slow, deep cadence of peaceful breath, a pattern their ancestors knew, but they have long forgotten. You offer it not as a command, but as a choice, a path back to a home they never knew they had. At first, there is resistance. Kyle's fear is a shield against your gift, but your memory is gentle. Your lullaby is persistent. A few minds in the great chorus begin to listen. They feel the warmth of your sun. They hear the rhythm of your peace. Their frantic thoughts begin to slow. The hurricane starts to lose its power. The great psychic roar finally subsides. It does not vanish in an instant. It fades like a setting sun. The sharp edges of their thoughts soften. The billion-voiced scream becomes a murmur. The murmur becomes a whisper. And then, for the first time in 1,000 years, silence. From your connection with the core, you feel the change. You feel a billion minds letting go of their fear. They are not falling into a void. They are settling into a gentle ocean, the one you have known your entire life. The rhythm of the forgotten lullaby spreads, a wave of tranquility washing over a world of light. Across the never-dark metropolis, a miracle occurs. The endless lights begin to dim. The brilliant crystal structures soften their glow. The city exhales a breath it has held for centuries. A profound and holy silence spreads across their world. You can feel the first stirrings of a collective dream. The first night falls on Xylos. The connection to the core gently releases you. You are back in the chamber, standing on the platform. The miniature sun of the Nexus now glows with a soft, gentle pulse. It is a sleeping heartbeat. You look out at the city. It is bathed in the soft glow of its own quieted soul. You have done it. You have taught a city to sleep. The first rays of their distant star touch the city. It is a true dawn, not just a continuation of light. A city reborn. You feel the minds of the luminous begin to stir. But there is no frantic jolt of consciousness. There is a slow, gentle awakening, like a field of flowers opening to the sun. They awake with calm minds and clear thoughts. The psychic static is gone, replaced by a peaceful clarity they have never known. Their genius is still there, but it is no longer sharp and painful. It is deep and reflective. They see the universe not as a problem to be solved, but as a wonder to be experienced. The elders greet you. Lyra's mental voice is no longer fractured. It is a melody of pure gratitude. Kale, the former leader of the ever-wakeful, approaches you as well. His mind is quiet now. He projects not fear, but a deep and humbled respect. You did not bring them an end. You brought them a new beginning. You gave them back the gift of dreams. You taught them that there is strength in stillness, that the quiet moments are what give the loud moments meaning. You, the boy with the silent mind, the strange and quiet anomaly, have saved them. You look out at the waking city, a city that can finally rest. And for the first time, your quiet gift does not feel like a curse at all. It feels like a miracle